Hi there, Virgo. Welcome to your September 2019 tarot reading. It's Raina here. Happy birthday to those of you who are born in September. By the way, I just found out that they're drilling outside. So I'm going to try to, even if they start, I'm going to just keep going because they've been like drilling for a second and then there's quiet. So I don't want to waste the opportunity if I can possibly avoid it. I got the exact same card in the exact same position. Oh my God, this is too weird for Leo. Those first two cards were the exact same cards in the same position. And just like Leo got its own major arcana card, the Sun card, you got yours, the Hermit card. So that's pretty interesting. Okay, so like I was saying with Leo, the first two cards that I put down on the table are the same that I got for Leo. So it would be a similar scenario where this is the Ten of Pentacles, which is connected to family, money, affluence on your own behalf in some way, maybe that you earned. But this is generational wealth. This can be an did I say inheritance at the beginning? Money that is coming from family, perhaps just assistance. Maybe you're helping out your family in some way. But one of the things that I pointed out too is that in the past position we have the King of Swords. Sometimes this can be like a judge rendering a decision. So this is the allotment of the money, for like an inheritance situation. The other thing too is like in a romantic context, the Ten of Pentacles to me, I don't know if I'm correct about this. I know it's earth energy, but I think specifically of Capricorn because it rules the 10th house. But the other earth signs are Taurus and Virgo, your sign, obviously. So it is connected to wealth, but it's the pinnacle of it. So that's where I get that affluence, not just money itself, but great money. Now let's just keep going because it may be a little bit different. Sometimes I change my narrative as I go along. The higher message is the Six of Cups. This is childhood. This is sometimes soulmates. So maybe you have met somebody that qualifies for that. But if this is related to an inheritance, for instance, it's, to me, it's like, as a king can be the father. It can be that this is reminding you of the good old days. And even if things ended in a not so great way, this may be your father's way from beyond the grave to tell you that he loved you and to remind you of the times that were more innocent. Because you may be feeling like certain things happened that you didn't like, and you felt that there were things that were left unsaid, or perhaps things that you wish you had not said or that he had not said. The King of Swords can also be the father of your child, and maybe there's some kind of a dispute with money for a child's the child support. And I think with the Six of Cups, it's about what is best for the child. That to me, that would be the spiritual message. Where, protecting the child's innocence so that they're not dragged through anything that the parents are arguing about. The higher message is the challenge card is the Six of Swords, which can mean that you're finding it hard to move away from this situation if it has something, if it has a negative connotation, because the Six of Swords is a card that is about seeking more peace, so you're moving away from conflict. But and again, here we have the sword, so there might be like an air sign. For you, I would say specifically Gemini, that is problematic in your life, and maybe you're seeking money from your family to take care of your child because of this person, because they're not helping to support the child, and yet you're still connected to that person on some level. You refuse to go. Maybe you still sleep with them occasionally. Maybe you kind of like secretly want to get back together with that person, even though they're not good for you. So it can be that you're kind of like hanging on to something that is destructive, a personal relationship, and that you need to like leave. And perhaps you need to even like physically relocate, because of that will solve the problem in a lot of ways. But there's something inside of you that may resist that. The advice is the Eight of Wands, which is really like taking advantage of offers that come your way. This was another card I got with Leo. I got a lot of similar cards, but in some different places. And this is kind of like suggesting that perhaps if you've been experiencing some kind of a lull in your life, maybe, Virgo, that things are going to start to speed up for you. And the month before your solar return, the sun is in your 12th house, so that's kind of like a hibernation period. And you might find that all of a sudden, your birthday comes along, and it just so happens that other things start to come alive for you. So if you feel like you've been lulled into a false sense of security, or a false sense of inertia, you have to be willing to kind of step up and wake up and be able to take advantage of some great things that may be coming your way. Because with fire energy, that's what the wands represent, there is that sense of like excitement in the air, joy, fast-paced events. Movement is, I think, a big key word with the Eight of Wands. And maybe this is getting you out of a rut where you've been stagnant. And that would be really great. The outcome is the Hermit, and this is your card. The Hermit is funny because I'm just talking about the Eight of Wands, which is the fire energy, very extroverted, and the Hermit is very introverted. I really think that at this time it's possible to do both, where you are, doing what you need to do to advance your career, to capitalize maybe on some profit that you have made that is represented by the Ten of Pentacles. Maybe it's like sometimes people, when maybe if you have your own business, where you just kind of like chill once you have made some profit, when instead you need to like even double down and just kind of ride on this wave of good fortune. And but with the Hermit, it doesn't mean dropping all of that and just going to a monastery. It means that you are checking in with yourself, that you are spending enough time alone to be able to kind of process what has been happening, and also to tune into what your deepest needs are. Because with the Eight of Wands, it could be quite heady, and there could be like a lot going on, and you need that kind of I would even call it grounding, believe it or not, with the Hermit card. I mean, it is connected to your sign, and you are an earth sign, but it's supposed to be kind of like that contemplative thing, you know, but I see it in this particular reading as possibly being able to like take time out just to be and not to do. Okay, I'm going to pick a card from the Earth Magic deck. How apropos for an earth sign, huh? And we'll see what you get. Hopefully you won't get what Leo got, because then it'll be... Okay, you did get something different. Good. You got wind, activation. I'll read from the booklet. The lethargy you feel, okay, now that's kind of what I was alluding to before the Eight of Wands, is the result of a lack of activation. In other words, something that stirs your senses. This could be anything from walking outdoors, feeling the breeze on your body, or inhaling the different aromas that nature herself provides. Or it could be finding the pleasure in a warm bath that helps you release the tension and stress from your mind and body. Music may activate your hearing, which sparks the pleasure centers in your brain. Art may activate your emotional responses. The touch of another human may activate a deep need to be physically held in some manner once again. Now is the time for action. Ta-da! That's it. That's what I'm talking about. Engage in some activity and be fully present so that you forget about your surroundings and enter into that timeless and multi-dimensional experience of union with the focus of your creative attention. Let your physical body be active. Movement alone, whether quietly dancing by yourself or hiking up that hill over yonder, will require you to be as present as possible in your body. Enjoy. Yes, and that's also the Pentacles is about the body. You know, it's about money, the body, things that are material, your work, your health. So that's kind of what I see for you, Virgo. I hope that you enjoyed this. If you would like a personal reading, personalized to your natal chart, okay, please check me out at rainandmoonastrology.com. The link is below. Take care. Bye.